Dear students, welcome back to computer science class. So today we will discuss the two-dimensional arrays. So in the last class we already discussed what is one-dimensional array and what are the programs performed using the one-dimensional or single-dimensional array. So today we will discuss the two-dimensional arrays. Okay. So first of all, two-dimensional arrays are nothing but it is a collection of elements. I already said that. So either it is a definition of array or the types of array, the first sentence as it is. It is a collection of array, it is a collection of elements having same type of same data types, or it is a collection of homogeneous data elements. Homogeneous means similar kind of data elements can be stored under a single name. That is nothing but the array. Two-dimensional array means, so it is a collection of elements accessed using the two subscript. For example, if I declare int a of 10, here the number of subscript is only 1. If you are writing the program or if you are performing the operations on two-dimensional array means compulsory we have to use the two subscript. The elements can be accessed using the two subscript or two indices. So that is the two-dimensional array. The declaration is data type, array name, subscript, row size and column size. So this is the declaration of two-dimensional array. Example, see here, int a 5. Okay. So the two-dimensional arrays are mainly used for solving the matrix operations. So matrix means it consists of rows and columns. Means whatever we have to enter the numbers or the elements, it can be stored in terms of rows and columns. That's why we can take the two subscript. Here the first subscript is row size. Means always the first subscript indicates row and it indicates column. So here int a of 5 means maximum you can enter 5 cross 5 matrix in a single variable. 5 cross 5 matrix means 5 into 5, 25 elements in a. So for example, just have to write one matrix here, 1 2 3 4. So this is a 2 cross 2 matrix. Okay, 2 cross 2 means number of rows into number of columns. Here the number of rows are 2, columns are also 2. That's why the order of matrix is 2 cross 2. In the same way, if you are declaring int a of 5 means maximum you can store 5 cross 5 matrix in a single variable, that is a. So this is the declaration and example of two-dimensional array declaration. Okay, so next is to read the two-dimensional arrays. So if you want to read the single dimensional array means we can use one for loop and within the for loop you have to write cin a of I. But here two subscripts are there, that's why we have to write the two for loops. For I is equal to 0, I is less than m, I plus plus. For j is equal to 0, j is less than m, j plus plus. Cin a of I, j. Next, see out, enter the order of matrix. Cin n and in one-dimensional array, just you have to enter the number of elements. Here we have to enter the order of matrix. So based on the order of matrix, we have to enter the elements one by one. Okay, see here, I can give the n value as 2 and n value as a 2. It means we can give the 2 cross 2 matrix as an input. Okay, see here I is equal to 0, 0 is less than 2, condition is true. Here j value is 0, 0 is less than 2, again condition is true. So I can enter 1. 1 is stored in a of 0, 0. A of 0, 0. So first 0, 0. Next loop will continue. J plus plus j become 1. 1 is less than 2. Condition is true. Here I value is 0 only, but j value is 1. I value is 0, 2. I can enter 0, 1 it is. So in generally, if you consider 1 is present in first row, first column, but here the position is 0. So that's why I have to mention 0, 0. Suppose if you want to take 1 instead of 0 means again it is also possible. So just you can change here. I is equal to 1, I is less than or equal to 1. Here also same. There is no difference at all. Then what about the 0 position? I am not using the 0 position in the array. I have to start with the 1 position. Okay, again it is also possible. So now say that, so initially 1 is less than 2, condition is true, I can enter 1, so it is stored in 1, 1. Here 1, 1 means first row, first column. Next, second time, j increment, j will be incremented, j become 2, 2 is less than 2, the condition is true, so I can enter 2, it is stored in 1, 2. That is first row, second column. Next, j become 3, 3 is less than 2, false. Next, I plus plus, I become 2. Because it usually starts with the 1, now it is 2. 2 is less than or equal to 2, again condition is true. Again j starts with the 1, 1 is less than or equal to 2, condition is true. Next I can enter 3, it is stored in 1, 2, 1. The present value of I is 2, but the j value is 1. 2, 1 means second row, first column. One thing we have to remember is, so here first value indicates row and second value indicates column. In generally, I, j. So always I indicates row and j indicates column. Okay, so next time I can enter 3, it is stored in 2, 1. Next j plus plus, j become 2. Next I can enter 4, it is stored in 2, 2. So this is the reading of matrix elements. If you want to write the program for 2-dimensional arrays, whatever it may be the program, first thing we have to remember is compulsory we have to write this part. Similar to the 1-dimensional array. In 1-dimensional array, if you want to write any program, the first step is you can declare the variables, next you can enter the limit, next you can enter the number of elements. If you want to enter the number of elements means compulsory we can use the for loop, and within the for loop you have to write Cin of a of I. Here also same thing. But here enter the limit, instead of entering the limit we have to write the order of matrix. So after entering the order of matrix, one by one we have to enter the matrix elements. That's why we have to use the 2 for loops. In 1-dimensional array, the elements can be entered either in the row or either in the column. But in terms of row and column, if you want to enter the elements means it is possible only with the help of 2 for loops. In single for loop it is not possible to enter. So that's why, so matrix element, if you want to declare the matrix, compulsory we can use the 2 subscript. If you are using the 2 subscript means compulsory we can use the 2 for loops. So this is the to read the array elements, 2-dimensional array elements. Okay. So next is print the 2-dimensional array elements. So printing the 2-dimensional array elements is similar to reading, but only the difference is instead of Cin we have to write Cout. And here backslash t. So why I have to use the backslash t means after printing one value, it will leave some space and again it will print another value. The output should be in terms of matrix like this. The output should looks like this only. So that's why after printing one, it should leave some space. After that, next element. So after inner for loop, again we have to write. So after printing one row, automatically the cursor will move to the next line. That's why I have to write cout of enter. So 1, 2, 3, 4 are the matrix elements. Again with the help of this 1, 2, 3, 4 will be printed on the monitor or it will be displayed on the monitor. So this is the two-dimensional array printing. Okay. So just I have to see one example. Example is transpose of a matrix. Transpose of a matrix. Okay. So before writing the program, first we need to understand what is the transpose of matrix. See here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So this is 3 cross 3 matrix. 3 cross 3 matrix. Okay. So transpose of matrix is row become column and column become row. See here, 1 comma 1 it is. This is 1 comma 2 and 1 comma 3. See here, 2 comma 1, 2 comma 3. So this is the row and this is the column. Okay. So if you interchange in generally I comma j. I comma j, I comma j, I comma j. See here, first row I value is equal to first row j value. It means that here I is 1, here j is 1, here j is 2, here I is 2. So interchanging the column values, transpose of matrix is nothing but the row become column and column become the row. So first thing we have to remember is, first we can declare the two-dimensional array. After that we can read the elements. Next we have to transpose. Okay, row become column, column become row means no need to store and print. Better you can use the shortcut way. That is, at the time of printing the array, just we have to print a of ji. Instead of writing a of ij, we have to write a of ji. Okay, so just have to write program. So this is the reading of array elements. So up to this much indicates successfully we have to enter the array elements. Okay. So next I can write here. So I have to write here. The matrix is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is the program. See here. So up to this much I already said that to read the two-dimensional array, so it means successfully you have to enter the two-dimensional array, that is matrix. Here the elements, this is 3 cross 3 matrix. It means m is equal to 3 and n is equal to 3. Okay, so transpose of matrix is row become column and column become row. So after executing the program, the output should be 1 4 5 2 1 4 7 2 5 8 3 6 9, like this. Okay, so now we have to trace the program. Okay, I is equal to 1 is less than or equal to 3, condition is true. Next j is equal to 1 is less than or equal to 3, condition is true. See here, observe this term here. A of, actually we have to print A of ij. If I print A of ij means again the same matrix will be displayed on the monitor, but we want the output as a transpose. That's why I have to interchange. Instead of printing A of ij, I have to print A of ji. Means j value is 1, I value is 1. It means 1 should be displayed at 1 comma 1 position. Next, j plus plus. J become 2. Now see that A of 2 comma 1. A of 2 comma 1 is 4. 4 will be printed. Okay. Next, j plus plus. J become 3. A of 3 comma 1 is 7. Next 7 will be printed. Next, j plus plus. J become 4. 4 is less than or equal to 3. Condition become false. Here printing is there. A of 1 comma 1 means 1 and it will leave some space because I have to write backslash of t. Next, A of 2 comma 1 means this one, 2 comma 1. This is 3 comma 1. Okay, 1 4 7. Next, when the j value become 4, the condition become false. Next, we will come to the next line. Next, I plus plus. I become 2. 2 is less than or equal to 3. Again, the condition is true. Again, j starts with the 1 is less than or equal to 3. True. A of 1 comma 3. That is, sorry, 1 comma 2. 1 comma 2 is 2. Next, 2 comma 2, 5. Next, 2 comma 3. 3 comma 2, sorry, 3 comma 2 is 8. See here. This is 2 comma 1. This is 2 comma 2. This is 2 comma. This is 1 comma 2. This is 2 comma 2. This is 3 comma 1 2 3. Okay. Initially j value is 1 and I value is 2. 1 comma 2 is 2, so 2 will be printed. Next, j plus plus. J become 2. 2 comma 2 means 5. 5 will be printed. J plus plus. J become 3. 3 comma 2 means 8. So 8 will be printed. When the I value become j, again the condition become false. Next, I become 3. Okay. So again j starts with 1. That is A of 1 comma 3. 1 comma 3 is 3. Next, 2 comma 3, 6. 3 comma 3, 9. This is the output. Again the condition become false. I plus plus. I become 4. 4 is less than or equal to 3. Again the condition become false. See here. So this is the input and this is the output. Here the first row 1 2 3. After transposing it become column. That is 1 2 3. 1 4 7 is there. Here column is there. Here row is there. Means the transpose of matrix means row become column and column become row. Okay. So this is the example for two-dimensional arrays. There are so many examples are there, so we will discuss in the next class. Okay, thank you.